We're working on trying to diversify the teaching pipeline. Right now, we know about 82% of teachers across the nation are white, and we're trying to make sure that all students actually see themselves represented within schools and within classrooms.
95% of our students at the Doherty Family College identify as students of color, and all of our students have high financial need. And so we know they'd be a great asset in classrooms across the Twin Cities and across the metro area.
And not only do I think it's important for children to see themselves reflected, I actually also think it's just as important for all children to see individuals in different positions of power and privilege.
When an organization like McKnight comes forward and provides this opportunity, it really helps us think outside the box and challenges us to do things differently.
We serve Latinx families in South Minneapolis, in Phillips neighborhood, mostly low income, and we serve whole families. And our work is important because we believe that family is the unit of change, and we invest in taking care of everyone. So I'm really hopeful with all of the advocacy experiences that families have been able to have with Centro and outside of Centro, and they come back and tell us. We went to the Capitol and spoke to our representative. We went to a city council meeting as a family. We've taken families to school board meetings. We have taken families to the Capitol for rallies, and seeing entire families civically engaged is really inspiring to me.
We believe here at Voices for Racial Justice that people of color, indigenous, and immigrant people are the experts in everything that is important to them, all the issues of today. And one of the issues is education equity. So parents are the experts. They are their first teachers of their children. And people of color, indigenous, and immigrant parents are the ones that are facing the most disparities. And so, of course, they wake up with those every day with their children, and they have the solutions. So one of the things we're trying to do here at Voices for Racial Justice is bring together parents, the experts, to actually co-create the strategies, create the safe space for them to share not only the traumas that they've experienced in the education system, but talk about the triumphs and the knowledge they have for the solutions, so then they can go back and actually share that with other parents so they can be the strong advocates they are for their kids. It's really about them getting and sharing the knowledge that they already possess and getting the organizing skills on top of that. They'll be a powerful force to be reckoned with around advocating and policy change in education and equity.
And so many times we have a lot of parents who don't have anyone to advocate for them. A lot of times they don't have anyone who even looks like them in the school, whether it's a teacher or administration and so forth. I'm hoping to take away tools and resources to be able to better advocate not only for my own children, my children are a little older in age, like I said, but for other kids, other parents, and be that voice for them.
We know that in the mainstream and the disparities in the mainstream, our community is on the bottom. And we believe that the reason is because we haven't had a chance to really learn about ourselves, where we come from, what our traditional ways of being and doing are. And so therefore, we just are trying to do the best we can within the system that's in front of us. You'd be surprised at some of the self-doubt that parents come in with about how much power they have to affect their own kids' education. And if nothing else, I always like the parents to leave at least knowing that, they're the captain of the ship. They set the educational agenda.
I think about when My co-teacher Ryan and I first started, it was about 6 years ago, and there was no language teachers here, and just last year he became the first full-time language teacher in the community. And so just thinking about that whole timeline there, I think it's just wonderful. And then boom, we just created 10 language teachers here in this immersion school.
You can tell your Dakota name, your English name, tell your Dakota, tell your Delcontawan.
Is Chanshayapi Wakanyanja Oyawa OT, which just means Lower Sioux children are sacred school, because that's really, it's how we look at the children. And we wanted to grow their self-esteem, and we wanted to grow their identity and make themselves proud by speaking their language and knowing who they are right from birth. So then whenever it gets time that they choose what they want to do, they're able to do it. And so,
beginning with our youth, 20 to 30-year-old parents, our elders, and they were very clear in saying that they wanted this revitalization of our culture and return to speaking our language.
Educated kids that are connected to our life ways, the Dakota, Lakota, Nakota ways, respect. All those values that we have as a nation to be lived, to be shown, to be shared.
The Teacher Pathway Program is actually a pretty unique program. We put mentors in the school because we really believe that relationships are the key to everything. And so our youth workers, called coaches, are in the public schools coaching kids, developing relationships. At the same time, all their training are master's courses through the University of St. Mary's. So they never have to go to work outside of school, and they never have to go to school outside of work. And after 24 months, they have their 60 credits completed, their master's degree, and preferential hiring in the schools that they work in. We're trying to create a safer environment to build real, authentic relationships. And students spend a lot of time, our youth spend a lot of time in school buildings. So getting more teachers that look like them, getting people interested in the teaching profession, the people that are molding our minds of our young people is really important.
I think it's important for there to be teachers of color in the classroom because it's important for kids to be able to see themselves in the people that are educating them. I know for myself personally, growing up in the Twin Cities area, none of my teachers were of color. They were all white males or white females, and I feel like to one's self-esteem, it makes them feel like they're limited in the types of roles they can have in society if they don't see people that look like them represented in certain places in society.